Hello and welcome to the Pharmacy Informatics Professor 2020 with your host, Dr. Armin Simonian. I'm excited. On December 6th, ASHP is starting their mid-year clinical meeting. And why am I so excited? They have a lot of informatics programming within their educational sessions during this meeting. So it got me thinking about pharmacy informatics and the specialty practice of pharmacy informatics. And for those individuals that really want to get involved in this area, this specialty practice area, it would be important, I think, to get involved with some of the professional organizations that revolve around informatics. And so today what I want to do in this episode is talk a little bit about those professional organizations and then really focus in on the ASHP mid-year clinical meeting to talk about some of these informatics topics that will be presented next week. And typically we have this similar programming every year in informatics at these meetings. And so even though this event is starting next week, it's something that in the future you want to think about being involved with and really attending, because it will keep you up to date on the latest informatics initiatives and topics. So let's go ahead and get started with a small presentation that I've put together and talk about these professional organizations. So the top ones that I would say, if you're interested in pharmacy informatics, one that's more focused on medicine is AMIA, and that's the American Medical Informatics Association. And then we have HIMSS, which I've also been a member of, and that's the Healthcare Information and Management Systems Society. And then, of course, for decades, I've been, actually since I graduated from pharmacy school, a member of ASHP, which is the American Society of Health System Pharmacists. Now, all of these organizations have content for healthcare informatics and specifically pharmacy informatics. And so you can get a lot from joining these organizations, reading their publications, and attending their meetings. I really like to focus in on ASHP. So the American Society of Health System Pharmacists actually has a section of pharmacy informatics and technology, SOPIT, that's been in place for, I would say, about a dozen years. And I've served on this SOPIT committee, this section, and specifically was on the educational committee for a number of years. And what we like to do, ever since pharmacy informatics was recognized as a specialty practice area, we've been including pharmacy informatics topics at the meetings that ASHP holds. Typically, they have two large meetings a year. The summer meeting, which is in June and is more management oriented, and then the clinical meeting, the mid-year clinical meeting, which typically occurs in December. As part of the clinical meeting this year that's starting on Sunday, there's a I3 Integrated Informatics Institute, and what they've done is put together, spread out throughout the meeting, which goes from December 6th through December 10th, a dozen different presentations on informatics topics. And they've done some of these presentations with cooperation through other certificate areas within, or specialty areas within ASHP. So SOPIT has collaborated with the Med Safety Group and others to come up with presentations on these topics, including data analytics, clinical decision support, medication safety, telepharmacy, and digital medicine. So there are a dozen presentations spread out throughout the meeting on these topics. And then my favorite, something that I've led in the past, is the Informatics Pearl session, which is also called Bites of Informatics. And what we do in this session is we give a number of speakers basically a 5-minute window to talk about a very focused topic within pharmacy informatics. And this year they're going to have 14 presenters, and they have a nice little stoplight that tells the presenter when to start and when the presentation time is ending and when the presentation is over to keep everything on track. But it's really a quick hit on 14 different topics within pharmacy informatics that kind of gives you an idea of what our practitioners, our specialty practitioners in the area of pharmacy informatics are focusing in on in their daily work. And so I would really recommend, if you are interested in being a pharmacy informaticist or starting to specialize in this area, even as a student, if you have time, it's really important to get involved with our professional organizations, and specifically with informatics to get involved with the section of Pharmacy Information and Technology, SOPIT, and really follow with the programming that they have in terms of educational sessions. You'll get a lot out of it, keep up to date, and really it will really help you specialize in this area. So I'm excited. The meeting is starting in a few days, and I will be attending the sessions because of our situation with the pandemic this year. It's going to be a virtual meeting. Typically, they attract about 25,000 participants in the mid-year clinical meeting, and we'll see if we get that many in the virtual environment online, but I'm assuming that it will be pretty well attended. So that's my recommendation. If you want to be a pharmacy informatics specialist, go ahead and get involved with the professional organizations. It could be AMIA, HIMSS, or ASHP. For me, it's been most fruitful to be most involved with ASHP and really get involved with the programming for educational sessions. Hopefully this was helpful for you, and if so, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And I will thank you for that. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, and look after the health of others. I'll be slowing down on my postings probably, since I'll be more involved with attending sessions for ASHP mid-year, but I will continue to work on episodes for this channel. And hopefully I will see you next time. Take care.